Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Grizzly and I'm coming back at you with another build video for 2K21. Alright, this time guys, I'm going to get into a build video for a defensive shooting chart with this new patch 3 in the 80 ball control. I found a pretty decent point guard that you can run. Now he is a little undersized, but that's no big deal. I actually made this build. I played it. It's like a 90 right now. He's got most of his shooting badges, most of his defensive badges, most of his playmaking badges, and all that fun stuff. And he's not that bad. I've gotten snatch blocks on this build. The defense is really good. He's super quick. He can dunk pretty well, and obviously he can shoot. Now with that being said, it is an undersized build, so it is a build that you'd have to adjust your play style to, because you know the shooting and finishing is contest system this year is a little rough. But yeah guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this build video. It's actually a really nice build. I like it a lot, believe it or not. It's pretty good in comparison to my other shot creator, with just a little bit higher of a 3-point rating and higher playmaking, but it's pretty good. I like the build all around, guys. Alright guys, before we get into this build video, just do me a favor. If you are new, go ahead and subscribe down below. Don't forget to like the video for me. Leave a comment if you guys want to. I would greatly appreciate it. Everything helps. Again guys, if you don't know already, up in my header above is all my social media links that I have right now. If you guys don't mind, please do go follow me on Twitch. I am affiliated on there. I do stream. I have a stream schedule on there. I'm sorry I haven't been following it 100%, but those are the best times. I just started a new job and all this fun stuff, so I'm trying to keep up with everything and do my best to do it. But let's go ahead and get right into this, guys. All right, so like I said, this is going to be a point guard video. So we got a point guard. Handedness doesn't matter. It's up to you. I prefer right. That's just always what I choose, guys. And we're going to go ahead with a 00 because that's my favorite number to use, because I can always get into a team and always get that number. And that's just why I do it. We are going to go ahead, like I said, guys, this is going to be a two-way build. So we are going to end up going with the 40-40 shooting and slashing. And we're going to take that, or shooting and defending, my bad, shooting and defending. For the pie chart, it's really up to you what you want to do, but I looked at getting the all speed, because when you make this build, an undersized build, this build will get 99 speed, 99 acceleration, and a good amount of vertical as well. I don't remember exactly how much, but the 99 speed, 99 acceleration is a big deal. And we're not looking to dunk all the time, so we don't need all the strength. Like, I do think strength matters when you're trying to get contact dunks and all that fun stuff, but for now I think we're just trying to shoot mostly and play really good defense as well as play make. And the finishing, he does have a 70 drive and dunk, believe it or not, so he can drive it and dunk it, but it's more or less when you beat your defender and there's no one in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind this build being like a ball handler with only one finishing badge, and you'll see why. So we're only going to put up our finishing, our driving dunk's going to go up all the way, right? And we're going to put the driving layup to 62, guys. Trust me when I say that's all you need. That's it. That's all. You only need one finishing badge and those stats right there, and you're all set. Alright, we're going to fill up the first 3 up there. We're going to go ahead and keep going up on the post fade until we hit 20 shooting badges. So right here at 76 post fade, we're going to do that. So we have the 20 shooting badges. That's the most this build can get, so that's what we're going to take. And that's why we went with one finishing badge. So for playmaking, guys, we can go all the way up. This is the reason why you become a shot creator, because you can't get higher than a 78 pass accuracy. And for defense, guys, you're going to go ahead and put up perimeter defense, lateral quickness all the way up, steals all the way up. Then we're going to do offensive boards all the way up, and the last 12 points we're going to put right up here on blocks, because you will, believe it or not, be able to get blocks. And this year, I know badges are the most important thing, but the higher your stats are in every category, I realize is how much better your player does with badges. So I'm not saying you can't do things with lower ratings and less badges, but what I am saying is that if you have a higher rating in a certain category, like my steals is really high, I should be putting on interceptor because I have high steals. You know what I mean? Like, the stats plus those badges is what makes the build. You guys got to understand that, and it makes it, you know, like me not being a playmaking primary, my dimer and stuff isn't going to be as strong, is basically what I'm trying to get at, because you don't got those extra things. You can increase those chances for it to be stronger by getting like the playmaking takeover and stuff like that to help it. But like I said, because he's a defensive and shooting build, he's stronger in those 2 categories. So the badges in those 2 categories are going to make the build that much better. All right, and the attributes just contribute to how much more better it can be. So having a higher block rating is better than not having a high block rating at all, but obviously the badges are what's going to make the build be able to do a lot of things. So guys, right here, this is the badge breakdown right now. 1, 20, 13, and 20. I think that's more than enough to do everything that you have to do, especially finishing, when we are really looking to shoot more than we are looking to finish. And if we aren't shooting, we are looking to pass the ball out. That's the basis of the build. I always go with body shape. For the body shape, I always go with built. That's just my personal preference. That's just what I've always chose to do. So I'm going to go ahead and choose built. You guys can do whatever you want. Height, guys, like I said, is a 6'2" build. We only need to go 6'2" and lower the wingspan just to get the 80 ball handling. That's what we're going to do. We are going to decrease the weight to 165 to give us the 92 speed, 91 acceleration, like I was saying before. You guys got to remember, it's +4 with the gym rat badge and +4 when you hit 99. That would be +8, so that would give you a 99 speed, a 99 acceleration, and a 79 vertical, and you're 6'2". Like, that's insane, guys. Trust me, you can do a lot with this build. So we're just gonna lower the wingspan here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a 70 driving dunk now, so that is not bad at all. 70 driving dunk, there's a lot of animations you get with a 70 driving dunk being a point guard. We now have an 85 mid-range and an 82 three-point shot. That is really good for this game this year. You need a high 80, like low 80s is just enough to hit, I feel. Not a mid 75 or high, you know, between 75 and 80. That's not consistent still. But an 80 to an 85 is like consistent shooting, all right? And then we have an 80 ball handle to be able to get the pro dribble packages. That's what we want. And our defensive stats don't go down that much, but they do go down. But we'll take that hit to increase our offense, basically. So we're good with that. So we're going to go 74.9 for that. And these are the badges you get, guys, right here. All of these. You can do whatever you want. I will say playmaking is broken unless you're just looking to always pass the ball. Don't pick playmaking. Like, you just don't need it this year. There's no ankle breakers. No, I haven't seen videos on ankle breakers. Nothing this year yet, which is usually happening all beginning of the year. My preference, I went lock takeover because we are 6'2", and I feel like that'll increase the defense. But with 20 defensive badges, if you're confident in your defense, guys, I really would recommend going spot up. Spot up just increases your shooting that much better. And being 6'2", if you know how to get open with the dribbling and stuff, like I'm not a dribbler. If you are, I'd probably go with one of these two, to be honest. The shot creating is definitely going to help you if you're looking to be doing moving shots and all that fun stuff. That would definitely be the way I would go. But the spot up shooter is the only badge in the game, or takeover in the game, guys, that increases your 3-point rating. Gives you the +10 to 3-point. This is the only one. So if it was me, I probably would go with spot up shooter if I had to do it again. And there you go, guys, right here. Two-way shot creator in the comparison of Kirk Heinrich, Stephen Curry, and Russell Westbrook. I don't know about Russell Westbrook, but yeah, I guess. But he's more of an inside shot creator. But yeah, I guess he could be. He can shoot the midi pretty well. So with that being said, guys, I'll show you the badges that I've been running with, that I actually personally did so far, because I don't have all my shooting badges or all my I don't have all my badges yet, but for the most part, I know what I'm going to run. It's pretty much what I've been running all year. Jump shot, really, I don't know why I'm picking this. I don't need to show you guys that. Just for the finishing badges, I mean, you can catch lobs on this build. It's really up to you. Contact finisher, I think, is more than enough for most things. But if you want to put lob city because you're just looking for a lob, do that. But I just do contact finisher because usually when I am going in, I'm either catching a lob wide open or I've already broke my defender and I'm in the middle by myself. There's no big man, so I'd probably end up going contact finisher if it was me. Shooting badges, this one's a little tricky because you only got 20 to work with, and I don't know if you've ever watched Badge Plug's videos. Shout out to Badge Plug. This man kind of is one of the men I would look at for badges and stuff because he's a very good player, and he actually recommends that 22 is roughly what you need, and I kind of agree with that. But you can work with 20 if you're good. You can lower some of these badges down from Hall of Fame to gold kind of thing, and you can get the 20 badges and do what you got to do. But the badges I recommend, all right, in the beginning, if you don't have your hot zones, I do not recommend getting Hot Zone Hunter right away unless you do have your hot zone. So if I was me, right away, the first things I would do would probably do range extender here. I would more than likely do hot start to gold. I'd probably do green machine to gold. Catch and shoot, I would do no more than silver myself. Difficult shots, I'd probably do silver as well. Probably go volume shooter with gold, do corner specialist on silver, and a bronze deadeye. This is what I would run. To be honest with you, I don't really think I would run this personally, but these are the badges I recommend most. If you're confident in some of your shooting here, like I really would end up going something more like this. And the reason why I say this is because hot start's a badge that's overpowered in this whole build. You make your first shot, the shooting gets easier. Like there's no way to explain it. As you shoot more and more, it gets easier. Now if you're green lighting, like if you're green lighting, like I don't like to do difficult shots personally. I only put it on for when I make the mistakes, you know, when I'm trying to quick stop and it keeps going. That's why I put difficult shots on. If you're super confident and you're shooting and you know you can consistently hit, I wouldn't even put difficult shots on, because the fading and all that shit's overpowered this year. So we just kind of know we can do what we got to do. This would be for someone who knows what they're doing. This is the prime way to go right here, especially being the primary ball handler. All right, now when you do get your hot zones, this is where it would change. All right, if you do get your hot zones, we don't need corner specialists. We don't need corner specialists. All right, and if you are super concerned, this would be the way. I don't know why I didn't do that before. This would be the way I would run it, because these 3 badges right here, if you consistently hit these 3 badges, are going to keep you going throughout a whole game. More than likely, consistently hitting these 3 badges. You can put this on Hall of Fame if you really want. Maybe put, you know, do something like that. But I really wouldn't, you know. I think this is better setup. Like, there's not a big difference between Hall of Fame and Gold Green Machine. It's the hot start and the hot zone hunter that's really going to make the difference in your build. So this is the highly recommended way to put it once you get hot zones. This is the way I would always put it, and I would always keep hot start on. Like, I know a lot of people like it's a waste for 4 badges if I miss. It is, but if you can make a consistent 2 to 3 shots, and if you can green those 2 to 3 shots, even if they're mid ranges, guys, even if they're mid ranges, just green those 2 shots consistently. You guys will see the difference in your shooting, just dramatic. And then if you have the hot zones, these 3 badges will just keep you going. All right, guys, those are the way I would run it once you get your hot zones. And here for hit, this is easy. I mean, you only get 13. You know, depending on how you play, I know that for a fact. I ain't trying to do more than try to pass the ball out for my boys, do all that fun stuff. So I end up putting Dimer on. If depending on who's running, I will put on floor general, unless one of my boys is stretch playmaker, and he'll put on Hall of Fame floor general for me, and then that'll be perfect. So that's what we end up doing, where I end up going silver space creator and bronze unpluckable and bronze bailout, just in case I may. Or yeah. This is the way I would run it. Right here, just in case I make a mistake when shooting and I do a shot that I don't want to do, I pass out. Because if you guys don't know already, bailout is pretty overpowered this year. You got builds with no passing that can bail out almost everything without the badge. With it on, even on bronze, is just super overpowered. Now, defenses. Now this is where it's going to get a little tricky for you guys, okay? Because it's all depending on how you play. But like I was saying earlier, your defensive attributes plus the badges you put on are what's going to make the build. So you are small and you are super fast, alright? So you really want to end up going with clamps on gold. That's all you need. Pick dodger on gold and intimidator on Hall of Fame, just because you are a defensive build. That's what you want for the first 10. These are the ones you want. Alright, and then next for the badges you're going to end up doing, we definitely want to put on interceptor on gold. We're going to put chase down on silver, rim protector on silver. We're end up going to go put on pickpocket on bronze, tireless defender on bronze, and we're going to do rebound chaser on bronze. Now, guys, the reason why I did it like this, alright, you're a point guard, you're probably going to be dealing with a play shot 9 times out of 10, right? Don't want you to steal all the time, but this helps when you do, you know, when they're dribbling in front of you and there's no one else there with the screens. Pick dodger is going to help you get around everything. Alright, rebound chaser is just for the help. Like, just for help, just in case the ball goes past your guy. You should be boxing out. You shouldn't be going for fast breaks all the time. You should be boxing out your guy depending on how the shots go. Tireless defender, because you're small and you're the primary ball handler. So just in case you go and you get the ball stolen, you still want to be able to play defense even when you don't have a lot of stamina. Now, I did do rim protector and I did do chase down artist on silver, because you do have a bit of a block rating, and this helps you to get snatch blocks and stuff. Like I said, I got snatch blocks on a 6'2" build already. I made this build. I play on it. I've gotten it. And we did a Hall of Fame intimidator. Ooh, my bad, guys. Because this is the most generic all-around badge. This is the only badge you should have on Hall of Fame for this build, because it's the only one you need, because you want to be able to intimidate a 6'8" shooter, just like you would someone who's exactly your size. So that's why we did this. We obviously did interceptor because we got a 90 something steal rating. Like, interceptor is perfect for that. Clamps is obvious. We want to be able to just clamp up our guys and push people and get them off the ball, so that way our defense looks prime. This is a primary badge setup for you as a point guard. Primary, I'm telling you, every time. This would be perfect. Alright, guys, that being said, that's it, man. That's a two-way shot creator, and I have this build personally. I do like it. I think that if you are good with dribbling, understanding how fast it is, get used to those quick stops, and you can pop a couple greens, you'll be good. This build is nice. It's definitely a good build in the rec. It's so much faster than most builds. And like I said, it can catch lobs with that 70 driving dunk rating. That's all you need too, because if you're wide open with that 90 something speed, you're more than likely going to dunk every time. And you got a 71 vertical. That's pretty insane, guys. So, well, that's it for the video, guys. Again, don't forget, if you did enjoy the video, like it up. Leave me a comment what you think about the build. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And don't forget, up on my header below, that's all my social media. Follow me on my Twitch, please, guys. And you'll see me when I go live on some of these builds. And I appreciate you guys. And I'll be back with another one soon. Alright, guys. Appreciate it. I'm out.